live stream. So I apologize for my previous live stream ending so abruptly. I had no idea what to talk about. I apologize for my voice. It's so terrible. My jaws hurt. It really hurts because I ate popcorn and I ate chicken curry. So the thing about popcorn is, for some reason, today's popcorn was so chewy, and that was just very weird. And the chicken curry, the chicken was a bit chewy, and oh, my jaws, it hurts. Well, my jaw hurts. I hope I'm recording on the live, right? Okay, okay, sorry about that. I just went to check. I thought my window was open. Okay, I thought my window was open. So okay, that's a very annoying camera. Okay, I'm sorry if it's not proper, if it's not proper mode. I just want to talk about some stuff, and this time I know what I'm talking about. So everything looks so different. The icons on my screen, it's so different. I can't tell what button is what. All right. So it's been a very busy week for many people, not including me. And I just want to say that things have been a bit bizarre when it comes to content creating right now. And when it comes to the Daily Wire, they dropped a new show. They dropped a new show. This is more of a fan service show. It's basically Matt Walsh doing mediating, basically. Is a judge, and is just mediating this courtroom. Kind of cool. It's more fan service for those who like Matt Walsh, but but um, so far they have not dropped anything else. I mentioned a couple of children's stuff, a couple live streams ago, but that has to do with Bentkey. So what about Daily Wire Plus? When it comes to Bentkey, I do know they have more content than Daily Wire Plus, but both lack really good content at the end of the day. Both lack a lot of a lot of exclusive content. I know Daily Wire is starting when it comes to the kids' content, but they need to pull their socks up a bit in order to make like really good stuff to lure in a massive audience. And when it comes to Daily Wire Plus, they need to do a lot more than just politics. It's cool that they have the option to make political movies and stuff like that, but they should also be they should also be supplementing their website with a lot of non-political content too. They dropped a behind-the-scenes footage of the Pendragon Cycle. The Pendragon Cycle, I don't even know when it's coming out this year, but this year is the year. It's kind of interesting how um, they just drop it, random times. Well, um, I think it's been filmed. I think the entire thing has been filmed, and I'm just wondering when it's gonna come out. It's going to be around 7 episodes. I don't know how long. It's safe to assume it could be like 30 to 45 minutes each, which is not bad for a show, but I hope each piece of content is good. I hope each piece of content is really good. Now, when it comes to the Snow White movie, I don't know how they're going to do it. I really hope they change the wardrobe of uh, Snow White, because when you saw the teaser trailer of Snow White and the Wicked Queen, was it, or the Evil Queen, I did not really like you know, the makeup of Brett Cooper, because you know the hair, the hairstyle made it look a bit more. I don't know. It just the hairstyle is not good. I think they need to put a different hairstyle on her. Like a hairstyle, something long. Maybe just let her air out. I think that would be amazing if they let her air out. Just let it run, because I really don't like, I don't like that hairstyle they put for her. And I think the dress, maybe the color could be fine, but maybe they can change the dress just a bit. I know this was all rushed. I know this was all rushed just to get something out there, just to kind of put a marker on something. But I believe that they need to do a lot of changes. What I saw in the teaser trailer looks cool, but it's not best. It's not the best content. It looks, it looks meh. And I don't even know when they're filming. It's supposed to come out this year. And right now, there's a lot of people boycotting Daily Wire because of Candace Owens not being there. She was either fired or something. I don't even know. It's a very complicated situation, and I understand why a lot of people are angry. Even if you go in the comment section of any new Daily Wire content, the top comment is going to be Christ is King, because um, I can't remember what happened. I can't remember what happened. Candace said Christ is King on Twitter, and then that prompted everyone else to start repeating that. And people were upset at that. People were upset at Candace for saying that. And the way Daily Wire handled it, I would say was not the best way to go. They could have just said, I don't know. And besides, Ben Shapiro is going everywhere, and then it's like, wait a minute. Okay, I don't mind if you're talking about other situations like trans ideology or whatever, but the thing is that Ben Ben Shapiro is going on like different shows, and what he's doing is it's basically not talking about Candace Owens drama. Basically, it's like why even go there? You know, why even go there at all? I have a feeling that he wouldn't have done all these interviews if Candace was not present. I mean present at Daily Wire, because that's the thing. It's like some people say it's damage control. I think that's not good damage control. That's not damage control. I think it's just going out there and trying to do something, but it's not damage control for the firing of Candace. It's something totally different. But I think it's the wrong time to do it, you know? And the next thing is this drama is really going to affect everything. Last year I thought the Crowder drama is going to puncture a bunch of holes at the company, but no, this is just a different story. And this is just like last year, if you think about it. Last year, at the beginning of the year, there was a big issue with Steven Crowder and Daily Wire. So it seems that Daily Wire can't catch a break with these controversies. But this time it wasn't like someone started it, someone beyond their company starting it. This was someone who was in their company, and I feel like all of this could have been avoided if they just ignored a lot of the accusations. If they ignored now, I don't know what else is happening behind the scenes. I don't know what else is happening behind the scenes of Daily Wire. I don't understand. um, you know, maybe there are stuff that took place that I don't even know, and none of us know, but only the people at Daily Wire know. So there's that. Um, this is really sad because their content is going to be getting a lot of dislikes. Now, can Daily Wire continue from this? I think they can if they just keep moving forward. But I also want to point out that there was this Shmuley, Rabbi Shmuley. This guy came out angry at Candace, and after Candace was basically let go of a job, you know what happened? He was celebrating. He was celebrating. He dressed up in in the stereotypical Jewish costume. Trust me, if anyone else dressed up as that, even if it were to mock Candace Owens, they would be ridiculed. Okay, this man's behavior is wow. It's so wow, it's, oh my gosh. And now this rabbi is targeting uh, Ben Shapiro and Jeremy Boring. You know why? Because he's angry that they allowed Candace to be on the platform for so long. You can't make it up. And this is the thing: if if they fired her based on Rabbi Shmole's accusations, which I doubt they did, but I do believe he's a driving factor in this. I do believe he is a driving factor in all of this because um, you know these accusations could possibly hold a lot of water. It's so crazy. It's a really crazy situation. And now it's going after Jeremy Boring and Ben Shapiro. He's angry at them. See, you can't appease some of these radicals. You can't appease radicals. You can't appease them. It's just like the social justice stuff people have been talking about for years. You know, remember those who have been paying attention would know. Years ago, these SJWs would come after people, and then they'll demand these people lose their jobs, and then the company will let them go, and then after that the SJWs will still attack the company for other reasons. You're never going to be free from them. So my best advice is ignore the radicals. Ignore the radicals. I know there are people on the right, trying to make this, what happened to Candace Owens a a different story. I think you guys know what I'm talking about. It's sad. It's really sad. There are a lot of radicals, but it's sad when the radicals, the actual radicals, um, are just are basically just winning over. You know, if you don't want radicals to win, don't listen to radicals. Simple as that. Simple as that. Sorry about that. I have to be passionate about it. Don't listen to radicals. And now you have a bunch of people sharing a bunch of Nick Fuentes stuff, and they're trying to connect the dots to Candace Owens. I don't think Candace even knows about Nick Fuentes on a personal level. And they're trying to connect the dots together, and not because they hate Candace, because they love Candace now. Honestly, this is like a headache to even think about because you see a lot of radicals taking advantage of the situation. It's not a good time for many on the right, if not all on the right. I think mostly people on the right these days. Now, to move on from this, Eric July is, building up his company, and from what I've heard, he wants to add more con. He wants to add at least a comic a month, which sounds amazing. It sounds really cool. Recently I've been a bit more critical of Eric's comics because a couple of years ago I just kind of accepted it and that's it. But after seeing a bit more in detail of what people were complaining about, I can understand why. Yes, there are actual detractors, like people who just really hate Eric and they do some nasty things. But then there are people who who really care and want this product to be good. Eric has the ability to make really good comics, and from what I've heard, the previous comics weren't that good. Like visually they may look good in certain aspects, but I feel like you can learn from this and they can, do better. They recently introduced a new character, Salvage, which is this private investigator. Kind of cool. I really like this. I really like this introduction of this character. Kind of cool. They're moving away from superheroes a bit. That's cool. That's really cool. If I have to say, if I, if you know, um, if I had to say in the Rippaverse, I would say that you know, well, I would do things a bit differently. Let's just say that I understand why a lot of people are upset at Eric's comics, but I do believe he can, upgrade his works as the years continue. Okay, my jaws really tingle. It's tingling now. Moving on. Um, so Eric is doing his thing. You also have Daily Wire doing their thing, and from what I've heard, Blaze started. Well, I've heard Blaze dropped some documentaries, but recently they announced a movie, a comedy movie for their website, which is so fascinating. I never expected them to do something like that. I just thought they will stick with documentaries. Too good to be true that the Blaze is doing something like non-political stuff. So it's awesome. I want to see more conservative companies do stuff like this. We've been complaining about Hollywood for years. We all know this. Some of us have been complaining about Hollywood before it got mainstream. To complain about Hollywood now, it's mainstream. It's such a mainstream thing. But years ago, people were complaining about it. I was complaining about it too. And many on the right, they wouldn't really pick up a lot of this stuff. They'll mention it time and time again, but now it's full force, and everything is just culture right now. And I'm really glad people are noticing it. But when you notice something is wrong, you have to realize you have the tools to fix it. A lot of these companies, Daily Wire, The Blaze, PragerU, they have they have the ability to create content. Now, when it comes to PragerU, I think they'll just stick to politics. Daily Wire, they can juggle both. Blaze, I think they can also juggle both. And the thing is that I think Glenn Beck from The Blaze, I think he has some kind of background in acting or theater work or something like that. And even Daily Wire, you have Michael Knowles, you have um, who else? Who else? You have Jeremy Boring and some others who have been in Hollywood, who have worked in different projects, and they are able to start creating good content. I think Daily Wire has that ability to produce stuff. Daily Wire started, so Blaze, when they start making content now, they start uploading, they'll be a bit behind, but that's fine. That's fine. There's no need to worry about that. But I think right now, what both companies need to do is compete against each other when it comes to escapist content. Hollywood, here's the thing. Right now, what happened, um, there was like this proxy war happening at Disney, and Nelson Peltz, the guy who basically wanted to unwoke Disney, has lost this proxy war, and that's just like an eye opener because Disney's main goal now, as much as Bob Iger keeps saying, they want to focus only on storytelling. I kind of doubt that's what everyone else is doing at Disney, because Disney is so huge. I don't really see that. I need more proof of that happening. People need more proof of that happening first before they can trust Bob. I mean, the Star Wars Acolyte thing, I've heard that's going to be a woke show. Um, when it comes to the Silver Surfer recast or casting, obviously there was a female Silver Surfer, but I don't think a lot of people really care about that. But for me, it seems that maybe they're trying to use this as an excuse. I don't know. You need more proof that they're not woke. And as much as Bob Iger says they want to stop focusing on messaging, I need more proof. As I keep saying, I need proof. As much as he keeps saying it, we don't see it. We don't really see it right now. I mean, they took a lot of shows and just dropped a bunch of politics in it, or they wokeified it, and it's a really sad thing that's happening. For instance, for instance, there was this Willow show. I remember seeing it on TV a couple of years ago, like the original Willow thing, but I never watched the full thing. And they made a sequel series to that, and it was, from what I've heard, it was just like like lesbian fan fiction, which is not a bad thing, but I don't think the entire series, the Willow creation, was about lesbians. I don't think it was. And what else? You have Star Wars, you have Indiana Jones. From what I've heard, it was a bad movie. They basically did their tricks, their usual tricks. And I know these movies were basically planned in advance, so obviously it makes sense. When you're releasing it now, it's gonna have that woke stench from a couple years ago, but still the new content they can release. I want to see some. I really want to see some regular stuff. I don't want to see race swapping. I don't want to see gender swapping. I want to see straight stuff. You know, I want to see straight stuff from Disney because it seems that that's not what their main focus is from all the past content. But maybe right now in current time, they're working on stuff, and we'll be able to see those projects in like 3 or 4 years when they're finished. Um, but but Disney has been woke for some time, and only recently they've acknowledged it because everyone's talking about it. If less people were talking about it, they wouldn't give a shit. Okay, they wouldn't even give a shit to address it. So, yeah, this is just how it is. This is a culture war. As much as they always like to blame many on the right, a lot of these people in Hollywood, they are participating in the culture war. That's what they want to do. They don't care just about making a fun story. They want to focus on the culture war. That's what they want to do. You know, they can blame the other guys, the opposite side, for making it a culture war, but the people at Hollywood were the ones pushing messages that did not belong in certain movies. They were the ones starting it, and yeah, like in a war, you need at least two sides. What else can I talk about? Oh my goodness, this feels so annoying to talk about because yeah, no, today in the morning and even yesterday at night, I was just puffing and huffing and puffing. I was furious a bit because I was thinking, "Oh, what's the future of these companies?" I was so furious over this multi-billion-dollar company, and it's like, why get so angry over it? I wasn't even sleeping because of this company. This has nothing to do with me, but I kept thinking about it because it's just so bizarre. Honestly, it's so bizarre, and I don't know what's next for Disney. And this is why Daily Wire Plus needs to, catch a wake up and make better content because Disney, doesn't matter how polished the shows are or how woke it is, they're still going to win people over because it's Disney. So Daily Wire, The Blaze, they can make content. They can make a lot of content. They can save the day. But I also want to see non Daily Wire, non Blaze content come out. I know Angel Studios is just cranking up that content, and I love it. Uh, Angel Studios Christian is a Christian crowdfunding studio type of thing. They've produced shows like The Chosen. Um, well, they did not produce Sound of Freedom. They distributed Sound of Freedom. So there's that. What else? Don't know. They're doing a lot of stuff. The the Wing Feather or some Wing something saga, which is a cartoon, looks cool. Um, that's freaking awesome. That's freaking awesome. You know, and recently they dropped some story about a nun. It's kind of cool. Kind of cool that they're dropping stuff. And from what I've heard, they're going to be in this cinema convention in in the next. I don't even know when the cinema convention is, but it's going to take place soon. And Angel Studios is going to be there too, I guess. I think. And it's good to see companies like that just pop up and start dominating. It's really good to see that. It is wonderful because we can't just let Hollywood only make the content and then get mad at them for making such content. It's like, yeah, they're gonna make this. They're gonna make this type of stuff and they don't give a shit. They don't give a shit how much money they waste. So I want to see companies like Daily Wire, The Blaze, Angel Studios, and more just come out and start making good content. Because by the time you wait for Hollywood to make something like for you, it's gonna take such a long time, and most of the time it's gonna be unintentionally on your side because normally they just make a lot of shows that promote their values, and that's it. That's it. They don't make stuff. They don't make stuff for you. If they do make stuff for you, it's just unintentional or it's just a silly joke, but it's just not for you. And then here's the thing: a lot of conservatives actually like watching a lot of liberal shows as much as it makes people wonder why. But a lot of conservatives have been so used to stuff like that. You know, there are shows like Yellowstone, which I heard is very woke, but Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers love that show. You also have, is it The Boys or something like that, which basically makes fun of Orange Man. Yeah, a lot of MAGA supporters, a lot of Trump supporters love this show, even though it's making fun of us. It doesn't matter. A lot of them like stuff like that because I don't know, they just want to be entertained, and there it is. They'll just watch it. Um, but I do believe that it's time that we start making content and entertain and just start entertaining because they just don't care about us. You understand that? You understand what I'm trying to say? You understand what I'm trying to say? Even like years ago when it came to House of the Dragon, one of the showrunners or two of the showrunners, I don't know who maybe executives or someone, they they compared a character to a bunch of like Trump supporting women. And they could do that with no repercussions, okay? Okay, if the showrunners, let's just say, compare a character to any other community like gay community or trans community or the Democrats or anything like that, oh my goodness, it would be news. It would be like controversial news. And as Eric July says, you fund them, they don't fund you. And there you go. There you go. We'll watch their movies, go to the theaters at times or stream their shows. Are they going to do the same for us? That's a good question. As much as I don't mind having an audience that's mixed politics. I don't mind. There's nothing wrong with that. But some people have problems with that. Some people genuinely have problems with that. So they chase others away. And this is what happens. I don't watch a lot of content that much anymore because it always seems like it's always against me. And that's it. It's like all the content now. It's gonna be really sad when they make a Narnia live action. From what I've heard, the books are very, very much like Christian allegories, full of them. From what I've heard, and I don't think they'll represent those allegories properly. You know, out of 10, I'm gonna rate it like a 6. It's gonna be that woke. 6 out of 10 wokeness. And what if there are debates like how they were with Barbie? There were so many debates whether this is like fun or not. There were debates about it. It was such a controversial movie. I wouldn't be surprised if they take Narnia and do something bizarre with that. And that's the thing, they can do whatever they want with Narnia. They can do whatever they want, and that's just heartbreaking. I think the best studio that would make a really good Narnia adaptation would be Angel Studios, because Angel Studios can handle all the what do you call it, the allegories. Okay, my throat's really hurting. Take care, everyone. Bye.